lines and shit too. Any of that true? Or was Deacon bullshitting me again?
I didn't do it alone, but yeah, that's about the size of it.
That's hardcore. How'd you take down the old HQ? Please tell me you didn't go along with Deacon's in and out like a ghost crap.
I guess we kind of just blasted our way through, didn't we? No, we didn't. We went in the back way.
Let's just say we found flaws in the facility's defenses and exploited them.
I guess that's one way of doing it.
She actually
Well,
prefers it if you just
welcome to the
blatter
party.
your way through.
After what happened to Tommy Whispers, we need another tough son of a bitch that can get shit done.
Who's Tommy Whispers?
Tommy was a second heavy at HQ. He went KIA after the Institute assholes took out the switchboard. With him gone, I've been running missions non-stop. So I'm damn happy you're here. They call me Glory, the Angel of Death, the ass-kicking poster child of a liberated synth.
You really are a synth, right? You weren't pulling my leg before.
That's what the maid in the Institute stamp on my ass says.
I have a lot of questions about synths, about the Institute. Would you be willing to answer a few?
If I have to. I know a whole lot less than you think. Mainly, I did surface detail, combing over ruins and shit for salvage. The few times I was in the Institute proper, all I was to them was their thinking, feeling hammer.
What's the Institute like?
Clean. Lots of metal and machines. But I really only saw a few rooms of it. The barracks and where I worked. I helped those assholes make more synths. Synth development is what they called it.
How do they make synths?
Damned if I know. The machines are massive, complicated.
No.
Not like anything I've seen out here.
No.
No matter what Dez and others say, synths ain't human. We're assembled bone by bone, muscle by muscle. I've seen it.
So synths
I'm gonna
are
hit the range.
basically...
I need to shoot something.
They are organic material. They're not robots. They are organic. They are made of human flesh, blood and bone, but they are built rather than grown or even cloned. They're literally assembled piece by piece, from what Rory's saying.
The name's Drummer Boy. It's my envious job to keep track of all the dead drops and grab incoming agents and tell them where they're needed. I don't suppose you want to switch places.
That can be an important job.
Yeah, right. I could be replaced by a stupid chalkboard. We'll be seeing each other. A lot.
Poor Drummer Boy doesn't think he's important. But he is.
Things are quiet.
Oh, sorry.
For now.
Sorry.
Working with compartmentalized information is a difficult transition for new agents.
Shush now, okay? Come on. People can't hear what everyone's saying if you're shouting. I know you're cute with your new haircut, alright? But you don't get away with that. Alright, so where's next? Next we are going to talk to Tinker Tom.
There's more going on than you know. Trust me.
Yep, he is the resident paranoid
the
loony.
census sweep says you're clean. Hooray! We're bug free.
I went through a sensor sweep?
Every test Des would let me run. Full EMF scan, biological sniffers, and other state-of-the-art security. So the sweep says the Institute isn't watching you. Or us. But the tests lie, man. Okay, have you eaten anything out there? Because if you have, they got you.
Are you seriously asking if I eat food?
The food out there is dangerous. It's contaminated. That's why I grow my own
He is so paranoid.
food. Reclaimed pure water, local nutrients. Nothing goes in me that I don't see. That's how you stay safe. The Institute has these tiny microscopic robots in the food, man. And they report back.
Tom, that's rubbish.
You just don't get it, Carrington. The Institute is in your blood.
So, Tinker Tom is a genius, but he is a complete and utter paranoid nut job. I love him. He's brilliant.
They're in my blood?
Absolutely not. Tom, we ran your tests extensively. We found red blood cells, white blood cells, platelets. Everything you'd expect.
And that doesn't get you the least bit suspicious. The results were too perfect, too expected, and that's how they fool you.
He is your typical paranoid. Nothing you say to him can convince him he's wrong. Even when your tests come back clean, he's convinced that they're too clean, too perfect. Something else is going on. He's brilliant.
Could the Institute really do that?
Look, everyone says Tinker Tom is crazy. Until I'm right. You gotta understand, those Institute scientists have centuries on us. Just working like crazy little bees, dreaming up the most messed up stuff you can imagine. Remember, in the blood. Okay. If you really want to be safe, let me give you a little shot. Desdemona says no one has to, but it will kill those little robots.
There's battery acid in that serum of yours.
You can't nuke an omelet without irradiating some eggs. You ready to shoot up?
Okay.
What's in the shot?
We've got algae, some yummy bacteria culture, and just a little bit of battery acid. But we gotta burn those babies out of you. It's a hard reboot of your system, man.
This sounds ridiculous, but what the heck?
Tom.
Yeah, now you talking.
This is a bad idea.
Now you're encouraging him.
Hey, you get it, man. I make things around here. You go and do. You do whatever. And come back, and I will set you up.
What do you make?
All the custom toys you field agents
Love how the
use, my boys
vision's
and I
all
make.
blurry and fuzzy
We're
as the
thinking outside
battery
the box,
acid
man.
runs around my
Gotta get
system.
real creative, real wacky to stay ahead of those Institute eggheads. Don't even get me started on all their secret projects. Now, I got all these ideas in my head. So building time.
And he immediately goes and eats something.
Word is Diamond City is under opposition control. Deacon's record is the best.
Now, as you can
Learn
see,
a lot from him.
we took his injection and our health is basically gone.
You gotta be careful, man. The Institute is everywhere.
So we just use a couple of stim packs and a bit of purified water to flush out his battery acid stuff. Let's see what he's got for sale.
Excuse me.
Sorry,
The boys
Tinker
have been
Tom's
working on
got
some
me
new
doing
toys. You wanna take a look?
something.
Yep,
I'll
let's see
take a
what you
look.
got, dude.
Take a look.
So, junk, circuitry, lead screws and springs, so that's kind of useful. Stealth boys, also useful. Nothing exciting in the armor. Leaded studded left arm. No, because the left arm... Now, wait a minute. Is my left arm that... Ultra light polymer combat... Right, okay, 2020. 15, 24, 10. What? 15 is not more than... This game, sometimes, man. This game. Right. Nothing special there. Bayoneted. So that's a missile launcher with 4 barrels and a knife on the end, just for, you know, the extra little bit of fun. Tinker Tom special. These rifles are good, but if you're not in combat yet, increases VATS accuracy but costs more AP. It's an interesting way of initiating combat. I don't use them. I just go in all guns blazing and just blatter things. But I might collect it later just to add it to my wall of legendaries. So we'll leave it for now. Nothing special from Tinker Tom. You're just
Make
a
sure you're
railroad
never
agent.
followed here.
This
All our
is
asses
the...
you
This is the target range. Oh, that was a good shot. So we're good. We're good. Right. I can't use a turn. Okay.
Would it kill them to let me know mission specs before the dead drop? Just once?
Grumpy glory. Right. Let's see what
Based
Desdemona
off
has
what
to say.
Deacon said, I expect great things from you.
Look, Chuck, I'm awesome. Okay, just be happy with the fact that I'm awesome. Right. Let me use
Got a
the
lot of
terminal.
sense in play.
Thank you. So this is his list of possible problems. Nanoblood, atmosphere, Baxter, aliens are real, our own Bessie, Deacon, time travel conjecture, mutating water. If I really were a time traveler, would I let a timeline exist where you knew I knew? D. Deacon's been having some fun with him. Disprove theories for now. Center of the Earth black hole. 90% scintilla frustration. Nuka-Cola strawberry and Monty's theory. Tinker Tom is brilliant. And then we have a test report for something. Spikes delivering enough kinetic energy to be well into the lethal range, but cooling units keep failing. Melted 3 times. Treated Terry for first degree burns. Got the reload time down with liquid nitrogen. Delayed for Terry's hypothermia treatment. Upped velocity. Can't find the spike. Getting close, I can feel it. So
Right now.
that's the spike rifle. It's basically the railroad spike gun. And he's obviously been testing it. So some ammo
For
down
every
there.
synth that makes it out, there's a round on me.
Yeah. I don't trust you. I don't trust you after I read that conspiracy theory on YouTube. Or watched that conspiracy theory on YouTube, rather. We don't need to talk. Right, so we'll have that blowtorch. We'll have the camera.
I love old world widgets. Worth a fair amount, too.
Give me all your stuff that can be turned into productive materials. Right. That's that, that's that, that's that. Give me that. That's gears. We need gears. We know we need gears. We need nuclear materials, so give me that. Alright, I think we've raided enough for now.
Doesn't find us here.
Oh, no, Wonder
It's
Glue.
not soon.
Give me that. That seems to be just all
The
food,
world's
so we'll
a
leave that alone.
dangerous place for anyone in my way.
Yep, I know it's a dangerous place, Gory, and
It's
you
one
are brutal.
crisis after another. Welcome to HQ.
Right,
you
so
never met
we're
a
going to
Santa
try and talk to
before.
Pam. I don't think we can talk to her properly, but we'll check her terminal first. Access records. Access restricted to entity designated railroad alpha. I am not an alpha, apparently. Access restricted. Yep, so I'm not an alpha, so I can't read her stuff. Let's see what she has to say.
Pam,
Processing. Agent. Whisper. Your arrival was not calculated.
what do you mean it wasn't calculated?
Temporarily unable to process verbal input. Still processing. Preliminary adjustments to statistical models complete. Commencing introduction. I was, am, and will most likely be Pam. Predictive analytic machine.
Do you work for the railroad?
Yes. My goals and the railroad organization have a high degree of correlation. They provide data. I provide first-order approximations of the behaviors of all residents of the region, designated Commonwealth. Rephrasing. I predict the future.
What? That's amazing.
Caution. Biological life forms behave erratically, unpredictably. All output subject to an extremely high margin of error.
Just how inaccurate are you?
The smaller the group, and the greater the time frame, the less accurate I become. But all predictions are affected by the human element. Operation complete. You are a rogue variable. No current or previous models predict your presence or existence. Query. What is your point of origin?
I'm from Vault 111, if that's what you mean.
Accessing. Vault 111. Cryo Vault. Believed destroyed. Conversation terminated. Pending construction of new probability matrix. Rephrasing. Goodbye.
So there you go. Pam is the military intelligence robot we were reading about in the Slocum Joe's CIA basement. She is data analysis, and the more data she is fed, the better she is. Later on, there are missions involving her, which I'm not going to spoil.
Recalibrating using new data
But she
set.
often sort of gets weirded out by new things and has to recalculate and goes quiet for a bit while she does the numbers. So we'll leave her in peace for now,
One more hour till my shift ends.
and we'll use the back entrance to get out of here, and we'll figure out what we're going to do next. Picked up a lot of junk I want to go and drop off at our settlement. We're going to go and visit, I think, the robot settlement. This is the back door. Where does this go? Oh yeah, this isn't pleasant at all. Deacon, where the hell are we?